relax a little while we grab our food and drink. So, what have you got for me? Huh? Come on, you've been hanging around. Tao and the other chick for ages now. Rumors are all over my class and probably some of the others too. Eavesdropping isn't a good habit. Let me guess, you never do it? Not even when you're bored? Really? Well, fuck you. Fine, point taken. Both of us stopped to have soup ladled into a couple of small bowls and placed onto our trays. The concoction that lands into the bowl looks pretty questionable, but at least it smells reasonably good. That's how they get you. It smells delicious, but it's pretty much just vomit. Pig shit with a bit of steak in there. That's it. And the juices of a fresh rabbit. I don't know. As we take our seats at a miraculously free table, I try to think of something that would actually interest him at all. I hope I can come up with an acceptable topic. So, how about the feminist agenda? I found an answer to that question you asked a couple of weeks back. Where Lily's non-Japanese half comes from, that is. Good man, it's Russia, right? Totally Russia. Yep, you're right, it's Russia. No, just kidding, it's Scotland. He's visibly stopped in his tracks. Huh? Scotland? Yeah, that was my reaction too. She can speak English fluently and everything. Damn it! Do you realise what this means? How terrifying this news is to me? He thinks he's hyper... Oh my god. He thinks he's hyper... I think he's hyperventilating. Passing out for a little while probably make him more relaxed than he normally is. Ignore his insane ramblings. I usually ignore his insane ramblings, so... but it would be kind of funny to humour him. Oh damn it, I should probably save. Save. Just in case I stuff it up. Oh man, what do I do? What do I do? Oh man, you know what, I've saved it, so I might as well just go for something. Let's humour him. I have no idea what it means. Enlighten me. I just lost 1,000 yen, man. 1,000 yen. Damn, this is the worst day ever. You're kidding me. You made a bet about her nationality? One of the dudes in my class was bugging me about it. I gave him some of my wisdom, and he had the audacity to say my logic was wrong. So what did he think? Germany or something? It doesn't matter. What matters is my 1,000 yen. But if he guessed wrong as well, then he shouldn't really... Damn, this day is ruined thanks to her. What a... Whoa! Whoa! Kenji, just slow the fuck down. Alright? Calm your farm. I've had it with you hassling my woman. You know what? You and me... Go on. Let's take this outside, motherfucker. You and me. Right now. Come on, let's do this. Let's... He looks utterly devastated as he wolfs down several clumps of his soggy soy-soaked rice. It only takes a few mouthfuls before he pokes his chopsticks at me, stabbing the air repeatedly in revelation. Why, Didn't your mother ever tell you not to speak with your mouth full? Gives me a dirty look before choking down the rest of his food with left in his mouth and taking a gulp of juice. It's rather unsightly. Did you not take offence to him calling her a bitch at all? No? Huh? Just me? I was the only one that wanted to fight him. Fine. But it would be a kind of unfair fight, seeing as how he's legally blind. But that doesn't matter. I'll fuck him up. Remembering my own food sitting in front of me, I decided to get the task of eating the cafeteria food over and done with as fast as possible. The sooner I do so, the sooner the experience will be over. So as I was saying, oh hey, sorry Kenji, yeah look, I've got to go, man. I just got to go do this thing over there that with those people at that place. Yeah. I actually just don't want to talk to you. Why would anyone want to live in that place anyway? I mean, what is there to see? grassy plains, that's it. Lots and lots of grassy plains. And men in kilts. Maybe she likes men in kilts. Maybe I'm gonna have to buy a kilt. And I can be a man in a kilt. I'm not sure which is worse, this food or his worldview. I can feel my face being dragged down by their combined weight. Not that he'd notice or care. It's not that bad. Why do you care about her so much anyway? Do you like her? Because if you do, you can piss off. She's mine. She's just your class representative after all. He gives a malevolent chuckle. Were this anyone but Kenji, I'd feel uneasy at how he sounds. I finally found the chink in the Feminist Legion's armour. It took a while, but I'm confident that this is going to be how we can bring down the whole system. Here we go. I'm about to blow your mind. Are you ready? Ooh. I don't know if I'm ready to get my mind blown. You know what, let's just go for it. Let's just head straight in. I tune out of his ramblings for a moment as I finish my rice and start on the unappetizing soup. One taste is enough to confirm that it's cold. Ready as I'll ever be. I confirmed that Lilly is in the mafia. Whoa! Hold the truck. Hold the phone. Put the phone in the truck and hold it. Mind is blowing. Whoa! I mean, nah, I'm gonna have to end the video there because my mind is blown. Just kidding, I'm not retarded. What? Alright, stay with me for a second here. I'll describe the scene. I wish I could do otherwise. Lilly's there, walking down the street after school. You're not stalking her, are you? No? Damn man, I do have some sense of self-preservation. But not dignity, or morals, or social standards. I could go on all day. Anyway, as I was saying, this car pulls up next to her, and guess who steps out? A man in a pinstripe suit. That's Akira. Waves her in, then the two just leave like that. I tell you man, she's under protection. Under protection. A man in a... Oh, I can see where this is going now. It takes effort not to sigh in exasperation. Let me guess, this man was about average height, had a slightly slender build, had blonde hair, looked foreign and smiled a lot. He looked positively stunned. I take advantage of the moment of quiet to quickly gulp a mouthful of cold soup. It seems you're more observant than I thought. Yes, I have chosen well. He giggles a little and nods to himself so dramatically that it looks comical. I can't tell whether that's intentional or not, and the fact makes me frown. This has important ramifications, you know. If she really is connected to people like them, and we're smart about what we do with this information, we could turn this into our greatest weapon against the student council. Once he starts rambling into conspiracy territory, my juice suddenly becomes of much more importance. Only half listening to his pontifications, my mind drifts to the matter of Lilly and her antipathy for Shizune. The path between them is steadily becoming more coherent, but I'm not even sure if I should be learning of her past this way. Indeed, even if I do work out what went on, it really doesn't seem like my business to go and interfere. If you want to know, just ask Lilly. Although you did actually try and ask Lilly a few episodes ago, or parts, and it didn't go down so well. Damn, not having Lilly around is making my thoughts wander. I'm noticeably more bored and sullen without her company, and the same goes for Hanako. All we do during lunch anymore is eat and play chess. Come to think of it, I need to go check on Hanako after school too. Considering her much improved attendance, I'm guessing she's come down with something. Oh, Nakai. I stop as I'm about to leave the classroom, turning on the ball of my heel to meet Mattel. He's holding out to me a couple of the worksheets we'd worked on during the day with his long, lanky arm. Would you mind giving these to Akizawa? I'd normally ask one of the girls to do it, but I assume you'll be checking on her. For a moment I briefly consider the possibility of that being more an innocent prediction. I quickly discard the idea though, as it's hard to think of him acting in such a way. It's not in his nature. Sure, no problem. You were going there anyway, Hisao. Walking up the hallway of the girls' dormitory, several ideas of where Hanako's been absent float around my head. The most obvious of them is just a simple cold. That said, wait, isn't it have we had her birthday? I don't think we've actually had her birthday. We've had her birthday party, but I can't remember if we've had her birthday or not. It's been almost a week since Lilly left, and despite her at least appearing to be normal, I've suspected she's somewhat more insecure about it than she's letting on. Eventually I come to Hanako's dormitory room. Its simple brown door separating us. Her room's position next to Lily's is extremely convenient, and probably a large contributor to their meeting in the first place. Grimacing slightly at the prospect of her being sick, I rap my knuckles on the door. Silence. I listen intently for any sound of shuffling coming from inside, but I can't hear a thing. I knock on the door again, slightly harder. Still no answer. How strange! Oh. The door opens behind me. A freckled and somewhat scrawny underclassman I don't recognise comes out and is briefly taken off guard by my presence. Hi. Girl. Hi, girl. Oh, shit. Another? Keep it to myself. Or ask about Hanako. This is becoming more difficult. If I keep it to myself... shit. I think I'll ask, if I ask about Hanako... Actually no, if I ask about Hanako, she's not gonna know anyway, because Hanako pretty much keeps to herself. Like, you know, it's pretty much only Hanako and Lilly and me, so the girl's not gonna know anything, so I might as well just keep it to myself. Hey, sorry, don't mind me, just roaming around the girls' dormitories, you know, stalking. I think the situation with Hanako should be kept as private as possible, for her sake. I don't really know anything about what's happened to her, and my gut tells me that it's not physical sickness that's befallen her. Okay, I think I made the right choice. She doesn't need rumours about her going around. As much as it pains me to think so, she'd likely prefer to keep her status as strangely ignored member of the class over hanging people talk behind her back. Whatever. With that, she turns and walks down the hallway without a second thought. How rude. Scratching my head, I make one last attempt at getting Hanako to answer as I knock on the door one final time. Hanako, it's just me. Mattel said to give you some stuff. For a while the attempt seems just as unsuccessful as the last. Just before I slip the sheets under the door though, I can hear the handle rattling. Hey, Hanako. As the door opens halfway, I do my best to look Hanako over as quickly as possible. It's a task made somewhat more difficult by her oversized gown hiding so much of her body. She doesn't look sick, or at least not immediately so. To be honest, I'd have preferred that to her expression right now. Hi Hanako, Mattel wanted me to give you these since you weren't in class today. I hold out the loose sheets, which she tentatively takes in her hands. The way she moves is weird, devoid of thought, as if some kind of mechanical automaton that, rather than a living being. Are you okay? If you're feeling sick or anything, I could get the nurse. It feels almost pitiful to put on such a routine, get well soon act. I can't think of anything else I could possibly do for her though. I vividly remember saying that exact same sentence in Hanako's path. She seems to collect herself a little at the notion, but only a little. I'm fine. Okay. Right. An awkward silence follows, eventually ended by her nodding solemnly in farewell and closing the door. The entire experience feels surreal. More than a little put off, I wander back to my room, hope that she'll be better by tomorrow, despite not knowing exactly what's wrong with her. I miss Lilly. I want Lilly to come back. Katawa Shoujo. Had to do it since I didn't get the last one. Once again, I find myself in front of Hanako's door after another of her unexplained absences from class. It's like we never left. Nothing. Considering this is the second day in a row she's been like this, I'm starting to worry about her. Summoning my willpower, I decide to try one last way to get her to respond. Hanako, if you don't say anything, I'll go get the nurse for you. Oh, that's a good... Oh, shit. What? It's hard to tell whether her tone's one of depression, anger, or both. What in the world can I actually do to help her if she doesn't even want help? The message is clear enough. I can't just leave her like this, though, just sitting in her room for days on end. Rubbing my temples in thought, I withdraw to my own room to think about how to proceed. Rationality is what is needed here, as an overreaction may just make matters worse. That sucks. Even though I'm doing... Oh god, I hate this music. Some very sad parts with this music. Or at least it was in Hanako's part. I dig around drawer after drawer of my desk, looking for where I put that damn piece of paper. Before she left, Lilly told me the number to call her on while in Scotland, and I wrote it down. Now that I need it though, the damn thing is... here. I probably should have just entered directly into my cell phone, come to think of it. Without further ado, I enter the numbers and anxiously press the call button. The fact the phone rings at all shows that I got the prefix for a call to Scotland right at least. I've never made an international call before, so that's some comfort. You know what's some discomfort? It's going to cost you about $2 a minute. Eventually the phone picks up, a feminine voice I don't recognise on the other hand. It's probably Lily's mother. This is a towel. I don't know, how do you speak that? English? Suddenly finding myself unprepared, I realise I can't understand a word she says, either due to my limited vocabulary or heavy accent. I should have anticipated this, since according to Lilly, her mother is a native Scot. I soldier on in the hope that she must know some Japanese, considering it's her daughter's native language. It's Hisao Nakai speaking. An enthusiastic sound of realization can be heard as she recognizes the language. My feeling of relief is immense. Ah, you must be one of Lily's friends from school, correct? Even so, her accent means I have to concentrate to work out what she's saying. Yeah, that's right. Pleased to speak to you, Mrs. Satow. It's so nice of her to find someone so polite. Lily dear, it's for you. Her mother seems nice. It's a little over-enthusiastic given the mundane situation. There's a small silence as Lily takes her time getting to the phone. In the distance, I can just make out her mother scolding her playfully just for getting up. Oh, for just getting up, sorry. Hello, Lily speaking. You sound awful. She makes a sound somewhere between a dying animal and a yawn. The one thing I did remember to check before calling was the time zone. It'd be pretty late in the morning over there, so she really has no excuse. Not feeling well? Just tired. What time is it there? Late afternoon. School finished for the day not long ago. You're really not a morning person, are you? I don't need you making fun of it as well. It takes me a measure of restraint to not laugh at her pained groan. Poor girl. Hey, I'm not a morning person either, Lily. I feel your pain. I hate when people wake me up. How are you doing over there then, bar the mornings? It's been enjoyable. After not meeting them for so long, just having a meal together with my parents is nice. though the pool and the sheer size of the house might have something to do with that as well. Even if they're not in Japan, from the way it sounds, her family must be pretty wealthy to live so luxuriously. Are things alright with you and Hanako? Damn, I was hoping that wouldn't be brought up quite so quickly, as the music suddenly cuts out. I take a moment to try and sort out exactly how to describe the situation without causing her undue worry, but she picks up on that without a word being said. Hanako's not well, is she? How did you know? Because right, so we hadn't had her birthday. Because today is her birthday. I'd hoped she might have gotten at least a little bit better after coming to know you, but... How is she right now? She missed school yesterday and seemed out of sorts when I checked up on her. Today she missed school again and just told me to go away. I've really got no idea what to make of it. Has this happened in the past? Is it related to her scarring in some way? Unfortunately so. Roughly the same thing happened last year when her birthday came up. As far as I can tell, it's because her parents died in the accident that caused her scarring, and Hanako blames herself for their deaths.